Okay, Cancer, the first thing I need to say is the signs and synchronicities are going crazy. I don't know if you can see the time here. It's 11:10. There you go, 11:11. So as I start your reading, it's 11:11. And these cards here are 53:35. Both my ears suddenly feel like I'm underwater. Like my hearing went funny. There's something going on with your reading today. It feels maybe like acceptance. It feels like finally facing something that you've been avoiding facing for a very long time. Um, I had this feeling approaching the reading of like knowing that it's time, knowing that there's something that I have to do, knowing that there's something I have to face or face up to, or just something that I have to do. Um, and it's not that I was procrastinating, I was just doing the things that I needed to do. But this thing was kind of like looming. It was your reading. For me, it's like your reading. It's like I have to go and do Cancer's reading. But for you, it could be like a lot of different things. It's just this feeling of like something hanging over your head, something looming, something that has to be dealt with or faced. Um, and just being very slow moving towards whatever this is. Now the weird thing is that I can't have everything on camera. You're just gonna have to go on trust here a little bit. But I decided to wear my elephant jewelry today. It's kind of getting a bit funny coloured, so you're just gonna have to put up with that. And then as I was shuffling this deck, this elephant card came out, and I was like, "That's bizarre." I've felt like a real call to my elephants, and now the elephant's here. So I'm also noticing this kind of curl of his trunk, which reminds me of, if I can just find it, what have I done with it? This shell that seems really significant for me at the moment. I don't know. Elephants often can talk about ancestry for me. They follow in each other's footsteps. So there's this feeling of something like very old and very wise. This could be a person for you in your life. I associate elephants with my mum. It's her favourite animal. Shout out my mum. But there's this little tiny robin on its head as well, like singing, and it's just listening. This elephant, which is symbolising your energy to me at the moment, is just, it's like head down, feeling a bit forlorn, feeling a bit sad, or looking down at your feet, still moving forward. And then there's this little tiny robin just kind of like trying to sing to lift your mood, to cheer you up. It could be like if you had a child, perhaps, like maybe it's a struggle for you to get out of bed that day, and you've got this thing to do that you don't really want to do, but you have to do it. So you're getting up, and like your child is kind of like, without knowing why you're feeling that way, they can sense it, and then just kind of giving you hugs, or trying to lift your mood, trying to sing. It doesn't have to be a child. It's just like, because it's so small, right? Or you're just listening to music, maybe like sad old songs that remind you of something. But then you've got this mirror number 5335. Now Archangel Michael, I've got him out constantly during my readings at the moment. Is this from this deck? It is, yeah. See, rest and rejuvenation, blossom in abundance. So yeah, it feels like, say you had something important to do the next day. It was like I don't know, like a court case, or like something important that you have to do, and it's like almost like a set date. It's like it's finally here now. You've waited a long time. It's finally here. And you've got to do it the next day. So the day before, you kind of like clear your calendar, and you have to, you maybe spend the day in bed, or you just spend the day, pampering yourself or looking after yourself and listening to music and kind of preparing to, or just existing, right? Because it's like you can't concentrate on anything else. So it's just existing in the day before, whatever it is that you need to do. So I don't know what that is for you. The energy is very heavy and very strong for you, but it feels good, Cancer, because it feels like whatever this is for you, it feels like a set point in time. Now, it could even be, like a karmic point in time for you, some kind of spiritual milestone that's approaching. And it may be that you don't even know what it is. You just have a sense of this thing coming toward you, a sense of this thing being like, it's like, it feels like a fixed point in time, like something that's unavoidable. You felt it coming for a long time, and now it's like it's finally here. But the thing is, all this time, it feels like a really long time. All this time it's kind of been over your head. It's they're showing me like a black foggy cloud over your head, because it's been hanging over you, right? Because my ears have gone underwater again, because it's like looming over you. So an emotional cloud, an emotional smog. Like you can't think properly because of what this is. You may have even had like numbing behavior because of whatever this is, because it's like a dark, heavy presence. So I feel like after this fixed point, whatever this is, that cloud's going to clear. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. It may not be good. It feels like it's something you don't want to face. But after that, that cloud is going to be behind you. You're going to be able to lift your head up and move forward freely. You're going to be able to enjoy that Robin song, right? Because whatever that is, it's going to be like over. It's behind you instead of something that you have to, like a sword of Damocles kind of like constantly hanging over you. You're going to be able to like start healing from it. You're going to be able to process it and move on, I feel. I don't know what it is. I did get through overnight a few intuitive things for you. I saw, I think it was a woman. It was like she was coming through a door, but she had her arms full of yellow flowers. It looked to me like they were daffodils, but it's like it wasn't just like someone had given her a bunch of flowers. It was like she'd gone out in a field and picked a huge bunch of daffodils. Her arms were like full of daffodils, right? Narcissus as well, like I think they're called narcissus. They're not the narcissus flowers. Sorry, this is from Nicholas Aspel's reading. His Libra reading. There's two different flowers, but daffodils, the Latin name is also something like narcissus, and I was hearing that as I was seeing the image. I got the name Caroline, and then I got something about something being hidden in a tub, possibly in a fridge. There's something, it was, I could see this tub. It was like maybe about this big. It wasn't a small thing. It was like a white, it looked like plastic tub to me with like a rounded bottom, and kind of like, it wasn't square, it was kind of like circular on the edges. So like this tub, I think it had like a clip lock, this white kind of like plastic, I'm hearing vaporware, I don't really understand what that is, but that's what I heard. This big plastic tub, and I was seeing a fridge. So something connected. It may not be in the fridge, but it's like, maybe it's like something that's like a tub that's been taken out of the fridge and used as storage somewhere else, but there's something in a tub for somebody. Now, that's not going to be for everybody. I feel like it's a very specific message for like one person. Then I got I think it's an Alan Walker song. I think it's I'll Be Fine by Alan Walker, something like that. I'll find it and put it in the description box below for you. But it's the song that goes, what's the point in saying that when you know how I'll react? You think you can just take it back, but just don't work like that. All these fiery shards are making ground. It's way too hard to call. I know it's time to say F you. We'll all fall down, and whatever. Will it all work out for the better? If it just ain't right and it's time to say goodnight when it all falls down. So, I don't know. Maybe it's called When It All Falls Down. I'm not sure. So I'm trying really not to do too many intuitive messages, but I feel like this is like maybe for one person. So if this isn't if this isn't a message for you, I feel like I'm getting a message for like a specific person. But if this isn't your message, then just leave it, and we'll move on to the cards. Oh, the weird thing about this as well, just before I read whatever this listening card says, I shuffled this deck. You can see so I shuffled this deck, and I always have all the cards facing upright, all facing the same way. I'm quite tidy with my deck. But I finished shuffling, and as I finished, this card was on top the wrong way round. Now I feel like it had been in the deck and it comes to the surface. So I really feel like something's coming to the surface. I've just got that now. Thank you for the message. Something's coming to the surface regarding somebody who's very, very burdened. It feels like that elephant's been very burdened for a long, long time. And now perhaps something's going to be revealed, something's going to come to the surface. And this was what I was saying about, it's almost like he's walking up to that tower. And now the tower card symbolizes like a big period of disruption, a big change. So I feel like you've been like this elephant carrying all these burdens, walking up this hill for a long, long time, or somebody else has, and it's like they feel very burdened, and now they're going to get to that tower and like either speak the truth or confront someone, or like something's going to happen. It's going to be like like that timed event, but then things will come to the surface. Everything will be out in the open and revealed, and it's like you can drop the burdens and move on then. So I don't quite understand. I'm going to put it just in the middle of the deck. It's interesting. Can I open it again? Yeah, the death card there. And you can see the towers on the back of that card. Now, this doesn't mean literal death, although I'll say what I was getting. I don't really want to talk about things like and sort of scare anyone, but I was feeling like maybe it could be that you've been struggling to deal with the death of a loved one in the past. So very, very, very clear this is like something that's been a long time. So it could be that somebody passed away a long time ago, like a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. And you've never really got over it. You've never really processed it properly. And it's like, do you know what? I don't think I can bear this any longer. It's getting too hard to climb this hill. It's getting too hard to keep going. I just want to feel better. So the tower moment could be like, right, finally I've scheduled an appointment to go and speak to a counsellor and get it all off my chest. See? So I didn't want to say that because it felt very specific, and I don't really want to talk about death unless it specifically comes up in my readings. My ears again, I've got that underwater feeling again on my ears, and I've gone very, very hot. Sorry, the reason why I'm telling you these things is because sometimes they're specific to something that somebody's going through. Sometimes it can mean something. You know, if you just got into a hot bath and you're listening to my reading, hi, are you naked listening to my reading? A bit creepy, but lol. So yeah, I say things because I'm psychically sensing the feelings and things that are going on for people coming to the reading. So that's why I say it. Right, I'll stop waffling. Let's read this. An open heart will hear the message. See, it's like you have to say something. You have to speak. You don't know how that other person's going to react. When you say, what is that song? What's the point in saying that when you know how I'll react? But you've got to speak your truth, right? You've got to make this person listen, perhaps. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to be silent. This is weird. This keeps coming through. Aries' reading had something like this. It was like they had something to say. And I felt bad about it ever since, because the cards were saying, not now, it's not the right time, be patient, keep silent. But I felt awful after that reading, because I was like, I don't want to be the person telling someone to stay silent if they've got something important to say, you know, if they've got something to get off the chest. So I felt awful ever since. But the cards are saying there's a time to speak and a time to be silent. And you don't want to speak, you know, in off the cuff. I can hear horses. That's really weird. We don't normally have horses around here, so I don't know. That could be relevant to somebody as well. So yeah, it's like, no, pick your time. I'm not saying to anyone don't speak. I'm saying pick the right time and place to speak. Pick a time when you know that person is going to listen to you. If that person is always busy and you're always trying to talk to them and they're always going, I've not got time right now, why are you saying this now? Then say, right, okay, I've got something to say to you. I'm going to say it to you on Tuesday, and you're going to sit down and you're going to listen to me. Like, clear your diary. You need to listen to me. So do you see what I mean? That person has to listen then, because you've kind of scheduled it in. Okay, sorry. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken. So maybe someone's trying to say something to you and you've been avoiding it because you don't want to hear it, right? Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment. So what is not being said? For the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears. And it's so funny that I'm getting this stuff from my ears. I've still got it. And you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures greater understanding of your circumstances. So yeah, with that song, what's the point in saying that when you know how I'll react? Somebody's not listening to somebody. Or it may be that there's stuff going on under the surface that's not being said that you're picking up on. So perhaps you do feel the need to kind of like confront someone and say, look, something's wrong, there's something you're not telling me, what is it? I'm all ears, you know, something like that. Because it feels like my ears are blocked. So I don't know if that's you, like just not listening to something that somebody's got to say, or if somebody's not listening to something that you've got to say. Just to kind of say as well, I've been using the vice versa tarot in this position for everybody, but I was really called to like the ghost tarot as well. So I'm definitely picking up this thing about maybe you've got some kind of ancestor who's helping you from the other side, or it could just symbolize stuff from the past, right? Ghosts of the past. What is that, and why is it trying to show itself to me? The Queen of Cups, that's your energy. Could also be dealing with a mother. You could be a mother. Don't worry about it being a female on the card if you're he, she, they, however you kind of see yourself. It could still be your it could still be your energy. Sorry, I feel really distracted. Again, I don't know if somebody's distracted around you. You've got the song This by Ed Sheeran. This is the start of something beautiful. I do feel like you're going to turn a new leaf. It does feel like this fixed point is like a milestone. Right, I'm just going to actually take a second to clear my own energy, just to get rid of that, because it might be a personal message for somebody, and then we'll pull general messages for Cancer. 1 second. All right, here we go. So the theme of this set of readings is love for the self. And I feel like Cancer, you're probably one of the signs that need that the most, learning to love yourself, like warts and all, right? Cancer then. Cancer, 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 Cancer. What's the theme of the reading? Ah! Don't ya? Well, that's a change of mood, isn't it? This is definitely Cancer coming out to play. You are a very sexy sign, actually, don't ya? So, okay, could have a bit of a love triangle going on with that song. I know you like me, I know you do, 'cause whenever I come around, she's all over you. Right, okay, definitely want to have a dance to that now. Let's keep it friendly. You have to play fair. So Cancer then, what's going on for Cancer? I'm not going to dive into that song too much. We all know that song. We all know and love that song, right? So we'll see what else comes out. But whatever that means to you, use your own intuition to guide you. So sexy, sexy Cancers then. What do we have for Cancer? Ooh, secrets, Cancer. Look at you being in your own energy, keeping secrets, hiding things in that shell of yours, making a choice. Could be making a choice in love if the song's anything to go by. Compass, feeling directed by fate there. Divinely guided. So yeah, it definitely feels like a choice point coming up. And this is what I was saying, moonlight there underneath as well. You are ruled by the moon. If you're ruling astral body. So making a choice. Now, it doesn't have to be in love. It could be in a lot of different things. But you see how I was talking about that fixed point? It's like you know it's coming. Perhaps you know you have to make a choice. So it's like you're going to... I feel like this choice point is coming very close for you now. You know, you've known it's coming for a while, and here it is. Those doors are beautiful. I like the... yeah, very beautiful doors. At least your two choices are very beautiful, right? So you've got the Dove of Peace on one side, and you've got a butterfly on the other side. So if this was some kind of a relationship, again, doesn't have to be in love, although the Pussycat Doll song definitely indicates that. I feel like you have a choice with the Dove. It's like, do you heal a past relationship? Do you heal, because there's a big storm cloud there as well. Yeah, look, the storm cloud that I was talking about. So with the doves, it's like, do you choose to heal an existing relationship, to make peace, or do you choose the butterfly, which symbolizes change, and possibly feeling like led by your intuition there with that purple as well? So you've not wanted to make this choice, possibly you've not wanted to hurt someone's feelings, but I feel like the universe has brought you to this point. Like, you know it has to happen. Like, you know it's time. You know that you can't continue on in this kind of like limbo land, right? You have to choose. Okay, so tell me more. What's going on for Cancer, please? Tell me more about Cancer's situation. There you are. Oh, that's the High Priestess, not the Queen of Cups. So you've got the Sun. Again, I was picking up somebody may have a son, a child. I'm going to have to check which way they want to go. But you've also got the High Priestess there again. I feel like King of Pentacles there on the bottom. So you could be dealing with a Taurus specifically, or an earth sign, or it does give me Scorpio energy as well. Sometimes the King of Pentacles. This is Scorpio energy. This is Leo. Who else have we got? The Emperor. Again, Taurus. Could be Aries. And the Nine of Cups there. So let's tackle these one by one. I'm not sure which way they want to go, so we'll check that in a second. So something to do with the Sun card. So again, there's a child on this card. I do get this impression of a son, a child being involved somehow for somebody. You could be somebody's son. I'm taking it quite literally there. Oh my goodness, look, but the horse has got his head down and it's all tied up. Maybe you feel all tied up in a situation. I'm just thinking of how the elephant had its head down. Now, the Sun card actually is a beautiful card. It's the most positive card you could have in the whole of the tarot deck. So you are thinking, where does your happiness lie? And possibly thinking about themes such as freedom, loyalty, confidence, feeling like a child again, feeling free to, you know how children are very free to kind of like, you know, run around and be their true selves and kind of do what they want. I mean, my daughter is, she's Sagittarius, but she's very, she has a very good imagination and she's very much her own person. So, you know, she could be running in the field and climbing a tree and pretending she's a big cat, you know, like a appearing cobra. That's not what she pretends to be. So I don't know if that's significant somehow. Is there a snake on that card? No. Pretending to be a like a leopard or a panther or something, and she's quite happy to do that. You know, it's like no fear of like judgment from other people. It's like like the confidence to be truly authentically yourself in the true light of day. So this is like no secrets, no holds barred, I'm hearing. And I don't really understand that meaning of that phrase. And now my throat's closing up. So what is this? Something somebody can't say. But yeah, the horse has its head down and it's like tripping up on. So there's a hazard that somebody's not seeing, because the baby's just like having fun, like dressing up, doing its own thing, but it's causing like a trip hazard for the horse. The horse is getting tangled up. So somebody's moving towards their freedom, doing something that feels really, really good, but it's causing a problem for somebody else, and it's causing a hold up. It's causing some kind of barrier to somebody's freedom, to somebody's happiness. Because that horse should have its head up and should be able to run free on that card. So then the High Priestess, I feel this is your energy. It's typically Scorpionic energy. Doesn't have to be you, but it's with the cards hiding in the deck. I am picking up on this kind of secretive energy. I feel like you're holding things within, which again is not good for your emotional well-being, Cancer. You do have a tendency to kind of hide your emotions, to go into that shell, to withdraw, to be quite candid. And I do feel like sometimes you bottle things up too much and it kind of creates an inner storm. So just be aware of that tendency. But the High Priestess doesn't always speak. She's normally mute, but she just knows things. Excuse me a second. Okay, just in case it's any significance to your reading at all, it could be a signifier for something. Anything that happens in a reading is part of the reading. My son was asking why my cat doesn't have her flea collar on. It's interesting as well, collars talk about restraint, right? The reason why is because we were actually, it was a flea collar, it wasn't working. She still had fleas. I swear she's got bionic fleas. I don't know where she keeps getting them from. The whole house has been sprayed with flea spray. We're going like industrial chemical stuff now, because it's just, we cannot get on top of it. The flea collar was in, it wasn't stopping the fleas, and the fleas were under the collar, so we had to take it off to kind of comb through that area, and also to kind of put the flea treatment on her neck, the poor thing. So I don't know, it could be some relevance to somebody there. It's embarrassing for me to say, I'd rather not say, but again, in the open, honesty, the cat is just bionic fleas. We've got 2 dogs on either side of us as well, next door, so I don't know if there's I don't know if it's just like, I don't know. Right, okay, so very intuitive, knows things without knowing why they know things, very connected to the spiritual realm. But she normally has a veil behind her, symbolizing the secrets, the things that are behind the veil, but you can't even see the veil here. She's taking up the full archway. So there could be something to do with somebody who's kind of almost larger than life, somebody who's quite intimidating, blocking somebody's access to some kind of secrets, maybe. Right, let's find out which way. Which way, please, for the Emperor? Not sure. Which way? No, you're not helping me. I'm going to drop it sideways. Which way, please, for the Emperor? Whoa. It's not clear, but I'm going to take it in the upright. And which way for the Nine of Cups, please? Oh, God, it's all the way over there. Which way for the Nine of Cups, please? Right, okay, so upright. So that's a lot better. So excuse me, itchy nose. The Emperor. This can be your partner, your father, a boss, somebody in a position of authority, somebody who makes the rules, somebody who is in control. So they are very, very wise in the upright. They are somebody who has a huge amount of life experience. They've had the experience of all four kings of the tarot. I am getting kind of with King of Pentacles showing and with the Emperor, I'm getting either long-term husband, partner, or some kind of boss or authority figure, somebody who controls the money, right? Decision making there. And he also has these wings behind him. So you could actually, this could be you moving towards your wish fulfillment, wanting to be happy, find that inner happiness, right? To release any codependency. Codependency is a behavior associated with your sign. So again, we're all different. We all have different birth charts. We all have different things going on in there at any one time. So I'm not trying to call anyone out here. I'm saying Cancerian energy on its own, without the other aspects of your chart, has a tendency towards codependency and addiction as well. The Nine of Cups can symbolize somebody who's overdoing it, overindulging, spending too much, no self-control when it comes to indulgence. You can see this person's very, very fine. So there is definitely, with the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Emperor, and what I was saying about this card as well, the Tarot Illuminati is a very, very decadent deck, but I am picking up that somebody could have a tendency towards the finer things in life, a tendency towards overdoing it a bit, overindulging, picking up on a lot of Taurian energy here. This is Taurus, this is Taurus. This sometimes speaks of that kind of like wealth accumulated Taurian energy too. So there's a lot of gold on these cards. Okay, we'll find out more about what's going on with that when I start to pull more cards. It's not negative. I am associating it though because it's got this butterfly, these butterfly wings. There's something to that. There's something connecting this, because it's sometimes, this specific card sometimes talks to me about like peacock butterflies. They're giving me Cluedo, which is interesting because I've been getting peacocks through for the past 2 weeks. And it's just come through as Cluedo, Mrs. Peacock in Cluedo. So I don't know if you're dealing with somebody who's like a Mrs. Peacock-like character. I feel like she was a wealthy, was she unmarried or was she widowed? Like something to do with being very wealthy. But she was very fancy, right, wasn't she? She liked the finer things in life. So I don't know if you're dealing with somebody like that. But then again, the butterfly is connecting. Could be Gemini as well. Sorry, there's this. I'm getting like. It's like a stuttering of the energy is how it's coming through. It's not a stuttering of what I'm saying. And it's not. It's like a mental stutter is how it's coming through. But there's this butterfly here again on this card symbolizing one of your options. So this is one of your options, right? This is one of your options. Could be something to do with money, business, wealth, prosperity. You did have blossoming abundance as one of the cards that showed itself earlier. Okay, let's keep going. Pussycat dolls, though. A lot of Taurian energy. Scorpio, Leo, Aries. Okay, so making a choice then. Maybe this is you making a choice. Right, what is the Sun card? Tell me what the Sun card is for Cancer. Is that the Empress? Yeah, beautiful, the Empress. Again, Taurus, also Libra. And the Knight of Cups, but he's dropped the cup. How can you pick up the cup? Because he's ethereal, right? And that's tangible and real. Okay. The Empress is like either you being very, very empowered. You've got the Emperor and the Empress now, but they're from different decks. So this is usually a pair. This is a couple. They match, but they're from different decks here. So different backgrounds or different environments or different life experience, or two people that match, but it could be like you work for two different businesses. Could be parents. They can be a married couple. This is you kind of being very empowered. As I say with the Emperor, this is all four Kings of the Tarot, somebody with a huge amount of life experience, which puts them into a position of authority. The Empress is the same. She's all four Queens of the Tarot. She's had all that experience of all the different queens, and she really comes into her own. She kind of brings all those skills together. Very empowered feminine energy. If this isn't you, this could be a love interest for you. Somebody who you have up on a pedestal, also with the Emperor, so take it either way. The Emperor and the Empress represent the ideal, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, somebody who is your perfect person. If you could write a list of who your perfect person is, it would be them. So missing that white horse as well there on both of those cards. So the Knight of Cups is somebody who wants to run in to express their feelings, to sing the love songs, right? To speak poetry to someone. It's like, I find you so beautiful. I want to tell you how gorgeous you truly are. She's very, very pink. I don't know if that's significant there for somebody. But he can't pick up that cup. It's how. I'm getting Cat Stevens again. How do I tell you that I love you? Because he can't pick up that cup and he can't cross the water. How do I tell you? How do I tell you I love you? How do I have the freedom to express my feelings? So either this is somebody that you're dealing with around you, or this is the way you feel about someone. It doesn't have to be a love interest. It could be a mother. How do I tell you? How do I tell you my feelings on this? But there's this need for freedom, emotional, expressive freedom, the freedom to be self-empowered. Okay, tell me about the Emperor and the Nine of Cups then. And a lot of cards there. The Four of Wands. So could be that you are actually married to this person or in a stable commitment with this person. The Four of Wands is the 10 pegs card for me. So it's secure foundations. It's also 11-11. Interesting, we saw 11-11 at the start of the reading. So it could be that you feel divinely fated to be with this person. You know, this is your forever person kind of thing. Again, it can talk about milestones and fated events, fixed events. So there is that. You could be fated to meet somebody here, fated to have wish fulfillment in some kind of business situation. The Five of Pentacles, though, the Five of Pentacles is kind of taking a financial loss, taking a financial hit. It's been out in the cold. You can see that the outside of this castle, they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 people, but it's the Five of Pentacles. That person, the Emperor, is definitely, and the Nine of Cups, this person is definitely in that castle, right? Enjoying their wealth, warm, comfortable, very happy, feeling like their wishes are fulfilled. But then we've got this sense of being like out in the cold, somebody else being out in the cold. So there could be something to do with property. We've got a castle. This talks to me about foundations. These people are very wealthy. This could be some wealth in property. Is this the Strength card? Yeah. Gorgeous. Look at that. But which way round, please? Yeah, I thought so. It's in the reverse. So I'll turn it in the upright so you can see it. I've never seen this card before. This is the first time seeing this card. It's very beautiful. So I'm connecting it to the Leo energy of the sun, but it doesn't have to be a connection. Excuse me, so sorry. So again, there's this sense of ancestry, the lion. It's funny, I was talking about my daughter climbing trees pretending she was a big cat. It's speaking to me about guardianship, about having your spirit guides around you, ancestors around you, and of rebirth. The lion becomes the cat in the child's arms. So the emperor becomes a child again, if we're talking about rebirth. Doesn't have to be that. This person is older, they're more experienced, they are the guardian, they are the protector, they are the person, they go to battle, they're dressed as a knight, they go into battle. So there's this sense of this person being very worldly and experienced, being like a good leader with the lion for the child, being a protector for the child. It's funny that I was picking up on like somebody could have a child, like I was picking up on son, but this is a little girl. You know, she's barefooted, she's very vulnerable, but even though she's very, very vulnerable, she's caring for this creature that's even more small and vulnerable than she is. So this card is speaking to me about not only confidence and the strength to face something, the strength to go into battle, to persevere with things, but also this guardianship and protection of people who are bigger, protecting people who are more vulnerable. The protection, again, he's wearing armor. He's wearing armor, and then you have this child who's naked on this card as well. So it's something to do with like experience, like battle experience and vulnerability and innocence coming through. Through the imagery, through different decks, right? Okay, but it was in the reverse, so somebody isn't getting the protection that they need, or somebody isn't getting the experience that they need to be confident and strong in a situation. Somebody's lacking some kind of guardianship or spiritual advisor energy. There could be something to do with the issues surrounding the guardianship of children, you know, who has custody rights. Right, the High Priestess. The Magician. So the High Priestess manifesting, taking what is above, having a spiritual connection with what is above and bringing it down below and making it tangible and real. The Magician has all the tools of the trade that need to make it happen. But there is this secretive energy. I am feeling like it's your energy. Interesting, we've got 1111 there as well with the candles. I feel like you are keeping some kind of big secret here. You're keeping something veiled. It could be somebody's keeping something from you as well. Just, you know, I don't want to kind of, it could go either way, but I'm reading it as you. The Magician is a bit of a trickster. It's Gemini, Virgo energy. It's somebody who, somebody's not quite revealing the whole game plan here. There's secrets. So what's going on here? Which way, please? The Lover's card. Yeah, it feels like a love triangle. It feels like somebody, for most of you, it's a choice that needs to be made in love. This is the Lover's card. I'm just really noticing the windows as well, the Gothic windows on all three of these cards. I mean, there's a lot, you know, in this deck anyway, but all three of these cards. So there could be something to do with like, they're like church-like windows. So something to do with church or like religion, maybe different religious beliefs, which is why you can't be together in the open. And which way, please? Undetermined. I'm going to take it in the upright. New passion, and if somebody, a new passionate start, a new passionate relationship with somebody who feels, quite frankly, like your soulmate, because you've got 11 11 11 11, and I started at 11 11. Right, Cancer. There you go, 10 of Wands again, this burden, right? And being out, trying to reach that home, being very, very burdened, and it feeling like it's like an uphill struggle to get to this energy. This could be your energy, but I think you are more this feminine energy. take it as it resonates, right? You know, I could have cross watchers and things in here, so sorry, I was thinking about crotch watchers. There's somebody called the Real Housewives of Tarot, and she calls them cross watchers. You know, people who have who are from different signs, watching for somebody that they have an interest in. She calls them crotch watchers. So, okay, advice, please. What's the best advice you can give to? Okay. Caring connection. I feel like this is the one I'm going to read because it's the one that came out most strongly. Sorry, Archangel Michael, I should have put you back in there so you had a chance to come out, but sorry, I must have got to 40 minutes and my video cut out. Woman holding a coin. So this thing about wealth again. Tends to give me Capricorn energy, that card. Caring connection. So the Lover's card would be Gemini as well. You've got the 11 card. Cornucopia. Wishes fulfilled. Abundance. Something involving contracts. Yeah, I'm picking up on that because you've got like the Emperor and the Empress in this reading. But I'm not seeing... The only pentacles I'm seeing is the 5 of Pentacles, which can talk to me about divorce or separation. If I had things like the 8 of Pentacles or the 3 of Pentacles here, I would say that this would be more likely to be about work contracts. But with me not seeing that, I'm either picking up on, I've got hostilities as well. Yeah, I feel like this could be, for some of you, there's some kind of divorce situation. It may not be you, it may be parents, right? Or siblings, somebody in the family. But, you know, when you divorce, you do have issues about property and, you know, division of the assets. This is a division of the assets card. And then you've got this woman holding a coin. Which is notable that the Emperor and the Empress are in different decks. But I feel like, because there's 11-11 quite a few times, it feels like the choice that somebody's making is, do you heal a past relationship? Do you stay in a past relationship that you may possibly have run its course? Or do you stay for the money? Do you stay because you don't want to divide the assets? Do you stay because you've got children? Or do you move to something that feels more like a spiritual connection, a new spiritual connection? Because you've got 11-11 so many times, the Lovers, which is like divinely guided. It used to be called the choice card, and people say it's a choice of which partner you're going to choose. You definitely have a choice, but I always see it as choosing love, choosing the heart, and then this brand new passionate start. So that's not going to be everybody's story, of course, but that's coming through strongly for me as the reader. That's what this is saying. You know, I've got a lot of cards that say that to me here. So, caring connection then, number 14. It's like the choice is money or love, right? Do you stay in a situation because you've built a house together, because you've got children together, because if you choose the other option, you're going to take a financial hit? Or do you choose the heart, choose the emotions, but it's this very secretive energy? Friendship, partnership of 2, possible love. This card shows a couple in a tender embrace with the woman holding the blossoms of new love. Like the community card, this reveals a caring connection, but usually between 2 people only, Pussycat dolls. This card upright signals the beginning or deepening of a kindred spirit friendship, or even the appearance of new love. It can also signify a formal business partnership. So it could be, right, contract, the Emperor and Empress, it could be business for somebody. When this card appears, be on the lookout for new connections presenting themselves. The relationships you already share may become more intimate, purposeful, or present at this time. Notice the opportunities to forge new or deeper bonds. There may be a tender karmic connection at hand. Karmic connections can be good or bad, right? It's just somebody in your life for some sort of reason. So I feel like you worry about hostilities if you make this choice. Karmic contracts, right? Could be karmic contract. If you're dealing with a Taurus, I'm getting a lot of Taurian energy here. Doesn't have to be, but Taurus did have something about, in their reading, about they were up in the castle, like somebody had to come and pay tribute. Like they had this card as well. It was like someone had to go and tell them how awesome they were. Capricorn had something about property. I'm just noticing all the castles. So they had something about property in their reading. So you seem to have a lot of earth sign energy. Capricorn and Taurus. I wouldn't say I'm picking up on much Virgo apart from that card. Oh, look at the... Oh, look. Right, I'm not being funny. This is the 11 card and there's a butterfly on it. Yeah. Spirit. Do you choose the spiritual connection? The divinely guided connection, the 11-11 connection, or do you stay and make peace in a situation that, because of assets? Okay, let's get you a song to close out your reading, and then I'm going to go and dance to Pussycat Dolls. It's going to be difficult for you. You are an energy that resists change. You like to feel comfortable. You like to feel stable. You like to feel supported. So this is definitely, this could be like your life challenge, right? This could be like the meaning, what you were brought here to do. You know, oh, how are you going to resolve this? It could be something that you've played out across multiple lifetimes, although I'm not seeing the Six of Cups anywhere. It's like, what are you going to do, Cancer? Are you going to stick to your comfort zone? Are you going to stick to the place where you feel like you know, house and home are really important to you? Having, you know, the creature comforts around you is very important to you. Are you going to stick with that? Or are you going to twist and go for something that feels like it's true love? You know, it's the 11-11. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to tell me? Are you going to tell me in the comments? I want to know. Okay, going that way apparently. Best advice for Cancer. What does Cancer need to hear right now? Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. Funny that I was saying the Empress is really pink. Okay, Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. So do maybe go and have a listen to that, look up the lyrics, see if there's any videos for it, whether it's an official video or it's like a fan-made video. That, you know, they all have meaning depending on, you know, use your intuition to guide you if you look that up, and really see what you feel sticks out to you. What do you get using your intuition from that song? What is that telling you? Yeah, you've got the compass card. You're being divinely guided. All right, Cancer, best of luck with that. I don't think there's a bad choice. I think both choices are good choices, right? You've got to choose what's right for you. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to go and eat something. I'm not had breakfast yet. Do take care. Leave me a like, share with friends, all that business, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, guys.